What's up, YouTube? Right, it's 4:19 a.m. I've just got back from watching Captain America Civil War. So what do I think of it? Well, after Ultron, I was left quite disappointed, really. I mean, Ultron wasn't a bad film. It just felt really, really lacking in just coherence. I mean, you had Thor run off and swim in a pool for a bit, see some visions. You had Vision come in, which I really liked. I'm a big Paul Bettany fan. I think he's really, really good at what he does. And well, I'm British, so I've got to support the guy. But yeah, it just felt really lacking. It felt very disjointed. And I was worried going into this because, I mean, it is a stealth Avengers film at the heart of it. So you've got the Avengers butting heads, and this really should have been Avengers 3, in my opinion. It is more really an Avengers story than a Captain America story, because you've got the growth of Tony Stark, you've got background knowledge of him, a very, very, very important aspect to his past, which he thought was set and, well, he thought that it was done. That's changed. I'm not going to give you any spoilers on that, of course, but in this, there's a lot of different cogs which could have gone wrong. I mean, there's so many things juggling. You've got Black Panther debut, you've got Spider-Man coming over to the MCU for the first time, and boy howdy, was it perfect. The minute they bring him in, it just feels right. Tom Holland gets it, the directors get it, and the writers get it. It's all three parts have been fixed. I mean, I did like the 2001, was it 2000 Spider-Man? I really enjoyed that. I like Spider-Man 2. It's one of my favourite films, Spider-Man 2. And then you've got The Amazing Spider-Man, which had Andrew Garfield, who is a very, very good actor. But this feels right. He's a lot younger in this. It fits it properly. We're not going to have the Uncle Ben storyline because, well, we've had Aunt May, who is pretty tidy, come in and pretty much set his story. Story's set, he has his powers, he's been running around in a onesie, he's had goggles, which makes sense because all the senses, etc., block it. And you get Tony Stark coming in and being but whatever. I'm not going to tell you too much of that because that's spoilers. But now the ideology at play actually works better than the one in the comics. I mean, it's a bit different. I mean, we have the Superhero Registration Act. I mean, should superheroes be registered? Should their identities be registered? Should the public know that? Very interesting. But this one is more of an accountability. Should they be held accountable for what they do? Should the Avengers now be used as a tool of the UN? And really, both sides do have a point. Both sides really do kind of fit, and you can take both sides. I was Team Cap throughout, based on the comics, and then throughout the film I was Team Cap. Right through to that big, big, big twist at the end, which really switched a few people, I know. But it does work. We do have the action. I mean, you had a action scene which, in my opinion, was better than the first Avengers Assemble. I mean, you've got quite a lot of cool things happening. You've got a debut of another character, which I'm going to just leave that on the side, put that on the shelf. You can watch that when you watch the film. I might do a spoiler review at some point, but I've got another Easter egg video. But you've got the action absolutely compounding, but you also have the charm of, well, the Marvel Universe, the jokes, etc. They are perfectly placed at the right time. We're meant to feel sad and brooding and concerned at the right times again. So juggling these huge kind of ideas that what's right and what's wrong, does ultimate power corrupt? Should this be left unchecked? Should we let the heroes do what they want? No, that is handled expertly. And we've got another thread running through, which is the Winter Soldier's role in the film, and is very, very cool again, and is interesting to see and sets up for the future for the films. I mean, it's a cool ending. It's left, right. Black Panther is one of the best things in the film, in my opinion. It was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see more of Wakanda. But anyway, that's what I think of the film. I think it works very, very well. Everything in play works. However, if you aren't a fan of the films, if you haven't watched any of the other films, I'm not so sure that you will get it. Will you be attached to the emotions, such as the team fights? I'm not so sure. Will you pick a side? Well, you might do, based on the ideology and the expertly crafted way that they have written it in the film, and they've handled it. But I'm not too sure if you can just pick up here and then watch onwards. I mean, I would advise watching maybe Winter Soldier before, and possibly Iron Man 3. But I hope you liked that video. Drop a like and a comment what you think below. Goodbye.